In this video, I want to talk about people with bipolar disorder having children. I am a social worker and life coach and bipolar survivor. I also wrote the book Beating Bipolar. I do a lot of education helping other people that struggle with mental illness. And a very common question is, people ask, should they be able to have children if they have bipolar disorder? And part of the reason they are curious is because they really want to have a family. They want to be a mom or a dad or have kids, but they fear that they will pass the mental illness on to the next generation. And I want to share my own story to give you some hope, and if you do hope to have a family with bipolar disorder, that maybe you take some positive steps so that you can one day be a parent. In my own life, I was very sick as a teenager. At age 15, I got diagnosed with bipolar 1, and for 2 years I was in and out of psychiatric hospitals. It was a really rough battle. I was facing a lot of things like hallucinations and delusions and paranoia, and it was really, really hard on me and my family and everyone. I would eventually find the right medicine, and it took a long time to slowly and steadily rebuild my life. I went back to high school, I went to college, I ended up getting my master's degree in social work, and I ended up being able to be stable. Now, after a long time, I did start to date people and get into relationships, and I eventually met my wife, and we got married, and we thought about possibly having children. And the fear was, in my case, I have bipolar. Some people in my family also have mental illness. On my wife's side, her uncle, her dad's brother, had schizophrenia that was very severe and caused him to be in many hospitals. So on both sides of our family, we had mental illness, and it was very scary thinking that there's a chance that our next generation of children would possibly have these issues. So here's what we decided. We were, first of all, very in love. My wife and I have a great relationship. We're very good to each other, and we enjoy spending time together. We also know that when I was diagnosed with bipolar, my family wasn't aware. They didn't know much about mental illness, they didn't know about treatments, they didn't know anything. It was basically a huge shock, and as soon as I got sick, they had to try to figure it out. In our case, we know about mental health. We know symptoms and signs and things to watch for, and we would likely deal with issues a lot earlier than would have in my own life, because I'll know what to look out for in my children. I decided to have kids. We have two beautiful children. I have a daughter, Tyler, who's 5 years old, and she's a wonderful, amazing person filled with positive energy and just very loving and warm, and having her was one of the best things I've ever done. It's helped me to stay grounded. It allows me to focus on her needs and taking care of her and being there for her. Even if I have a bad day, I know I want to wake up and be there for my daughter. We also have a new baby. We have a 7-month-old son named Ryan. He's doing great. He's very happy, and he seems like a wonderful child so far. And in my own case, I waited till I was very stable and had rebuilt my life, and then I was ready to have children. And not everyone has children at the right time. Sometimes people have them when they're teenagers, or when they're not stable, or they're addicted to drugs. I really think it's a shame that anyone can have a child and not really be ready for it. You need a license to drive a car, but there's no license to have a baby and a child. And I really think it is a big responsibility, whether it be waking up with the child or being available to them all the time. You have to be ready to have children. So I would not encourage you to rush it, but I do think those of us with bipolar and mental illness can be amazing parents. We can help our children learn, we can teach them, we can guide them, we can love them, we can inspire them, and hopefully the next generation of families that come from mental illness can do great things in the world, because there are many cases of those with bipolar leading healthy lives and being successful and accomplishing a lot. But my main suggestion would be to get yourself stable and healthy, take care of yourself, and then think about having a family. You can learn a lot of our resources. I run a website called bipolaronline.com. That's bipolaronline.com. I wrote a best-selling book you can find there. We have some relaxation CDs. We do one-on-one coaching where I help people with bipolar disorder learn some ways to handle different situations, how to be motivated, and I answer questions. You can go to my website. We offer a free consultation. So please check out Bipolar Online. You might also enjoy many of our other videos here on YouTube. We talk about different topics, and I hope one day, if you do have children, you have healthy children, and being a parent is probably the best thing I've ever done in my life. I can't wait to spend my days with my children and be there for them and teach them, and I want to thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you have a wonderful day wherever you are. Thanks.